It is early spring here in South Louisiana, which kicks off festival season, and that is exactly where we are right here on Channel 17 in Hammond. We are here in downtown Amite for the Oyster Festival Parade. I'm Tommy Hazelwood. We'll be joined by Mr. Andrew Glasscock in just a few moments. As you see the Ferris wheel in the background, looks like the carnival workers are getting everything ready. We, of course, will have parade coverage coming up in just a moment. We have some fine underwriters to thank for them. We have Thrifttown Pharmacy, Jan Brumfield, Allstate Insurance Company, La Coretta of Amite, also Bill Hood of Amite, and Star Equipment. And we would like to thank Mr. Kenny Miller. He is our audio technician for today, and he has also provided a great vantage point for us right here in front of the Chamber of Commerce. So we will be back with the start of the parade right after this here on Channel 17. Channel 17's coverage of the 2014 Amite Oyster Festival Parade is underwritten by Bill Hood Automotive of Amite, Allstate Insurance Brumfield Agency of Amite, La Coretta of Amite, Thrifttown Health Mart Pharmacy, and Star Equipment of Hammond. We are back on the parade grounds here in beautiful downtown Amite, Louisiana, on a beautiful Saturday morning. I know it's a little redundant, but hey, I like to get the point across. Tommy Hazelwood here, joined by Mr. Andrew Glasscock. Andrew, 64 degrees and the sun is out. At least that's what my weather app says. It's 64 degrees. It's a nice day for a parade. They were saying there was a slight chance of rain, but luckily it held off, and the good folks here are enjoying a nice morning. No better way to kick off a festival weekend than with a great parade.
I agree, Tommy. And actually, it's a little overcast. I think it's going to work in our favor today.
Yeah, no sunburns for us, hopefully. Hopefully. Of course, this is only one of two festivals going on today in the area. Also going on is the Blues and Barbecue Festival down in Hammond. Had a chance to go walk around and see some of the booths setting up last night. Nobody had started cooking yet, but Andrew, the smell was driving me cuckoo. So.
I know, Tommy. I actually went down there yesterday as well, and it just smells unbelievable.
And we have some fine underwriters who made this possible for us. They are Thrifttown Health Mart Pharmacy here in Amite, Jan Brumfield, Allstate Insurance Company, La Coretta, Bill Hood of Amite, and Star Equipment of Hammond. Andrew, this is the second of four festival parades in the area. Of course, Independence had the Sicilian Heritage Festival. Coming up on April 12th will be the Strawberry Festival Parade in Ponchatoula. And then at the end of April will be the Italian Festival, which has moved south to Tickfall. Of course, that's no new news. That's been going on since 2009. Of course, we have the opportunity to put these on the air in a telecast form. And Andrew, that of course means that we would need to find some fine people to help us underwrite the parade. And how would they go about doing that?
Well, they can go ahead and get in touch with Nick Macalusa. He's in charge of sales, and we'll go ahead and put his contact information on the screen.
All right, and feel free to call Nick 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. He doesn't have a problem with that at all, does he?
Not at all.
We are sitting here in front of the Chamber of Commerce, and we have our audio technician, Mr. Kenny Miller, who's helped us out so far. He also gave us this great vantage point in the back of his pickup truck. Of course, Amite. The Oyster Festival has been a long-standing tradition here. At one point, all the rides were over at the fairground, but now, Andrew, they have moved it basically right into the middle of town. If you look over here in one of our camera vantage points, you can see the Ferris wheel. After the parade, Andrew, is that what you're going to do? You're going to go hop on the Ferris wheel up there?
Well, Tom, if we didn't have to go back to the blues and smoking blues, I certainly would, I believe. But unfortunately, we have to work a double shift today.
Yeah, that's one of those things that you don't want to go get full of barbecue, then come back and get on the Ferris wheel or any of those rides that spin you around. So
this is very true, Tommy.
And this is one thing I'm happy to see. The parade is rolling here, and normally you're deafened at the very beginning by all the sirens. But Andrew, the people that have put the parade on, they have made our jobs a little easier.
They have, Tommy. Yeah, normally we wouldn't be able to hear ourselves think for these headphones we're wearing.
Well, let's not give ourselves too much credit on thinking to begin with, though. Of course, this is one of these small-town parades where they like to encourage anybody to take part in the parade, and once you made your entry, basically you show up, you're in it. So we don't have a parade rundown, so we're going to be doing this by ear. Obviously, we're going to be led by the Amite City Police Department. And again, we'd like to thank them for not running the sirens.
Tommy, did you take the big bullseye symbol off the 2 cameras?
Yeah.
Everybody likes to throw at.
Yeah. There's never a shortage of stuff thrown at the camera people. And it's not that we try to catch them. We do this more for self-defense than anything else. And now here comes, well, looks like a 4-wheeler pulling a little flatbed trailer. It says, "Congratulations, Bruce," on it. So we don't know who Bruce is, but hey, good job, buddy.
It's the fire department.
Yeah, this is the Tangi Fire Department. I guess that's what it would be, because it says TPFD, so it's Tangipahoa Parish Fire Department. Number 1. It's not hard to see them coming to begin with, but paint it bright yellow also helps.
That's right.
You think it comes with batteries there, Andrew? I know it has one big battery, but I mean, do you think it comes with batteries for the paint there?
It looks like it's running on something, doesn't it?
Uh-huh.
The Amite High School Marine Corps JROTC coming up next.
They always represent the beginning of the parade with the colors. And I know I've already mentioned this twice, but like I said, I am very impressed with the fact that we can hear ourselves here.
Yeah, this has been one of the nicer ones, Tommy.
Yeah.
As far as the noise is concerned, anyway.
And looking across the way, I see a couple of veterans that are being welcomed by the person I would assume would be the director of the Junior ROTC. One of them is wearing a World War II veterans cap, so salute to them. Now, our vantage point, we are directly across from the reviewing stands, so we might see some lags in the parade here. In which case, when that happens, we'll just shut up and let you enjoy it. Again, the Amite Junior ROTC, Marine Corps. The Warrior football team made it all the way to the state semifinals this year. Coach Foster's crew, always one of the more competitive programs in AAA.
Yeah, we enjoy covering their games, Tommy.
Not only that, quite a few former Warriors have signed letters of intent. We featured that on our Future Stars 14 here on Channel 17. Try to bring you the best in local programming, not only educational, but also entertainment. And now we see Tangipahoa Parish Sheriff Daniel Edwards. The Grand Marshal is Dawson Prime.
I don't think we've seen that truck before, Tommy.
Neither have I, but how would you like to change one of those tires there, Andrew?
I don't think I would like it very much at all.
A couple of more 4-wheelers here. They're wearing purple. And no, it's just these, I would assume that this is Oyster Festival crew here.
Hey, Tommy, since we have a gap here, let's go ahead and recognize our great underwriters for making this possible.
Okay, well, our underwriters include, as we try to find the sheet here, looks like our audio technician, Kenny Miller, dropped the sheet there. Jan Brumfield, Allstate Insurance Company, La Coretta of Amite, Bill Hood of Amite, Star Equipment, and Thrifttown Health Mart Pharmacy all pitched in to make this possible. So big thanks to them. And we finally hear our first air horn of the parade. Again, coming up in the middle of April, we will have the 2014 Strawberry Festival Parade. You know, a few years ago, Andrew, I remember we covered it, and then we went around a couple places, and I saw a mechanical bull. I tried to talk you into getting on one of those back then. Can you get on this year?
Not this year, Tommy.
I've done it one time in my life. It was like paying to be in a car accident. But it's one thing that you got to do at some point in your life. Although when they ask you to sign a waiver before you were allowed on it, kind of raises my eyebrows. And if we look over here to the reviewing stands, I'm assuming they are making a toast of some sort. As we have Amite Fire Chief Bruce Cottrell coming around making the rounds. He doesn't realize he's on television right now. He doesn't realize it. We're pointing right at him, but he's talking to our audio technician, Mr. Kenny Miller. And looking down the way, looks like we have our royalty here. And Andrew, we may have spoken too soon because I do finally hear sirens.
I do too, Tommy. I was just thinking the same thing.
Me and my big mouth, huh? Seems to get me in trouble quite a bit. And of course, this will take a little while to edit and produce and be on the air, but through the magic of cell phone technology, right now, the royalty picture is going to be posted to Mr. Ken Benitez's Action News 17 website. Andrew, that's one of those Our sister news website is a place where you can get all your news and information in Tangipahoa. Not only Tangipahoa, but Livingston, St. Helena, and St. Tammany as well.
That's right. That's right. We cover the entire North Shore as well.
And if someone would like to underwrite that, that's also possible. And again, you're looking at the A-Meat Oyster Festival royalty here. And we apologize again for not having a strip.
Well, Tommy, since we're at another standstill here, let's go ahead and recognize our underwriters.
All right. Again, we have La Carreta. They are just around the corner. Just basically take a right, then a left, and then you're there. Then we have Bill Hood of A-Meat, Star Equipment of Hammond, Rifttown Health Mart Pharmacy, and Jan Brumfield, Allstate Insurance Company. They all pitch in to make this one possible here on Channel 17. We are also not only covering the Hammond area, you can also get us in the Baton Rouge area on Channel 21 on Cox Cable and on ETEL Cable Channel 17, which runs all through southern Livingston Parish and also covers all of Ascension Parish. You can also catch us worldwide on fptvonline.com. And Andrew, we have some improvements coming up pretty soon. Pretty soon our high-def limitations will no longer be a problem.
That is correct, Tommy. We're all looking forward to that.
We sure are. And if you want to see a schedule of upcoming events, you can like us on Facebook, and we will keep you abreast of what we have coming up. If your business would like to help underwrite one of these parades, Mr. Nick Macalusa is the person to get in touch with. Like I said, call him 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. He doesn't mind. Of course, if I keep saying that too much, Andrew, you might be identifying my body. So, right?
That's right, Tommy.
Again, the Strawberry Festival Parade comes up in the middle of April, and then at the end, it will be the 2014 Italian Festival Parade. And here we are ready for the toast. So, Andrew, if you had to make a toast, what would your toast be?
I guess to the Oyster Festival, being that this is the venue.
Yeah.
And to prosperity, and to actually hoping that it doesn't rain.
Yeah.
To no rain. I would be toasting to no rain, Tommy.
Well, I would have liked to have toasted to having a perfect NCAA tournament bracket to win $1 billion of Warren Buffett's dollars, but unfortunately I took a beating yesterday. We get a good look at our king and queen right here.
Well, this is one of the longest flags we've had in the parade, Tommy.
It sure is. What we may have to do is have Mr. Kenny Miller sing and entertain the crowd for us. We just got a resounding "that ain't happening" from Kenny. So he's not willing to go the extra mile like he thought he was.
On behalf of the A-Meat Oyster Board, the mayor of the city of A-Meat, I'd like to thank y'all all for coming out. Thank you for the support that y'all have given me throughout my deployment, and now that we're back, thank you so much. Here's to you guys.
On the 2014 A-Meat Oyster Festival Parade here on Channel 17. Also Channel 21 on Cox Cable in Baton Rouge. Also Channel 17 on ETEL Cable in the Ascension Parish area.
And coming soon to be on AT&T Uverse.
That'll cover all of South Louisiana and all the way up to A-Meat from what I understand. Excuse me, A-Meat to Alexandria from what I understand.
Close to it.
Great place to check out not only Livingston and Tangipahoa Parish Council meetings and things like that, but also, hey, great parades. Sporting events. We've also had some great locally produced programs like Paranormal Society of Ponchatoula. Mr. Kenny Silp is pretty much a one-man reality TV show, if you ask me.
That he is, Tommy. And a great guy, too.
Oh, no doubt. No, of course, I'm not going to tell him that, but yeah. Here is Neil Currier. He is the City Council of District 4.
Yeah, we have the big elections coming up again, Tommy.
Always looking forward to those. Makes you appreciate the song "Signs" by Five Man Acoustical Jam, and then later remade by Tesla a lot more. Showing my age there, huh? Which is showing my age more, knowing the fact that it was originally done by the Five Man Acoustical Band, not Jam, excuse me, or Tesla. You probably never heard of
Probably the former. I haven't, Tommy.
Yeah, you probably heard of neither one. Huh?
I have not.
Not Tesla? Come on now.
No, I've heard of Tesla, yeah, but I have not heard of the first one.
And in our first real float, pulled by an 18-wheeler, it's down the way, but we'll see here in just a moment. And the air horns, what we love so much. They're playing Cheer Up Sleepy Gene in the background. Let the air horn blow. I got a feeling Sleepy Gene will get up on the
That's right, Tommy. And these silence going to wake Sleepy Gene up as well.
This is Paul Davis Lumber Company of Amite, Louisiana. They are family owned and operated for 36 years. They specialize in hardwood, heavy construction material. Now, it's one of two things. Either I'm really up on my Paul Davis lumber trivia, or I'm just reading it off the side.
That's right, Tommy. I thought we weren't scripting it.
Yeah. And now here comes the Roseland Fire Department.
All right, and there goes the peace and quiet we had.
Yeah. But it was nice while it lasted.
It was.
There are no fires on Festival Parade days because everybody's here.
That's right.
And after the Roseland Fire Department comes the Roseland Volunteer Fire Department. So not only are the fires are here, their backups are here.
That's right. Not a good time to have something catch on fire, Tommy.
I can't really say there would be a good time, but if there was a horrible time for it to happen today, would be the day. Hillsdale Fire Department number 1 is next in line. They tell you, I'm not really sure where Hillsdale is.
I don't think I do either, Tommy.
We have another float that looks like it is visiting royalty. Of course, all the festivals, their royalty, it's a pretty tight-knit group here in the Tangipahoa Parish area.
Sure it is.
Again, this looks like it's visiting royalty from other ones. Let's see here. My old eyes are not in tune well enough to see what's written on the sashes there. But that's Miss Tangipahoa Parish Fair Queen. That is Victoria Rohde. She heard us and now she's smiling, waving. And somebody aiming for the camera hit the beads right off of the wall there. And now, here's from the Sicilian Heritage Festival. This is Jenna Anzalon. She was the queen at the Sicilian Heritage Festival just about 3 weeks ago in downtown Independence. And then logically thinking, you would think that following that would be the rest of the Sicilian Heritage Festival royalty.
And I believe you're right. Tommy?
Not a phrase I'm used to hearing. Of course, that being said, this is the Italian Festival royalty, so I was wrong.
You were wrong, and I was as well.
You see, I'm used to hearing that.
I'm used to saying it.
Yeah, good point. The Italian Festival royalty. And looks like here is Team Miss Louisiana, Queen of Hope.
Good job.
Again, Tommy Hazelwood and Andrew Glasscock with our audio technician Kenny Miller here in downtown Amite for the 2014 Amite Oyster Festival Parade. Made possible by Bill Hood of Amite, Star Equipment of Hammond, Thrifttown Pharmacy, Thrifttown Health Mart Pharmacy, and Jan Brumfield Allstate Insurance. All make this possible here on Channel 17. Here, band in the background.
Yep, it looks like it's going to be Amite High School band, Tommy.
We've already seen representation from the ROTC, and now here comes the band.
And the Wilderness Holstein. I can't read that, Tommy. Can you get the angle?
Holstein.
Oh, Holstein. Okay, I see it now.
Yeah. Don't know where that is either, but we show our ignorance here. Again, the Strawberry Festival Parade will be coming up in just 3 weeks from today, actually. We look forward to bringing that to you as well.
Yeah, that's always a good time, Tommy. Always a lot of people, and knock on wood, we've always had beautiful weather for it.
And Andrew just jinxed us. Here is Star Sea Ranch. They're a bed and breakfast. They also have trail rides, birthday parties, corporate events, RV campgrounds, petting zoo, pet store, plus trail and RV pool membership. They are Star Sea Ranch. And now here is the Fighting Warrior Band of Amite High School. Andrew, I've seen you do moves like this before, buddy.
It wasn't on purpose, Tommy.
They stole those moves from you, right?
It was not on purpose.
Swatting at bees, is that what
Right.
The fact that they are marching west and not into the sun.
That is true, Tommy.
They're probably not enjoying those sweatsuits, though, because it's starting to warm up now that the sun is peeking out behind the clouds.
That it is.
I'm kind of regretting this denim myself. And I tell you what, a little ways down the way, going into the crowd is somebody dressed in the Easter Bunny costume. I don't envy him at all.
Ooh, not at all. Not at all, Tommy.
I tell you what, when we did the Ponchatoula Christmas Parade, I enjoyed these headphones, but they're starting to get a little uncomfortable here, too. This is Dee Simplicity Painting, LLC.
Hey, boy.
We are right here in front of the Chamber of Commerce, and, well, Andrew, we both happen to know the incoming president of the Chamber of Commerce, Miss Cindy Benitez.
We sure do, Tom. Excuse me, Tommy.
There's the Easter Bunny. Have you, well, let's say, have you got your Easter shopping done yet? Again, today's telecast is made possible by Star Equipment of Hammond, Thrifttown Health Mart Pharmacy, Jan Brumfield Allstate Insurance Agency, La Coretta of Amite, and Bill Hood of Amite. And now here is a candidate for judge, Brenda Bledsoe Ricks. She is candidate for district judge. And here is also Judge Ernie Drake, Court of Appeals. And now here's something that Andrew would be interested in. It's lightning whiskey. Looks like
Me, Tommy, I think that's right up your speed.
I'm more of a gin man, but I tell you what, I'll take some. It says clear sour mash. All the sour, leave it. Now, why are they not throwing out samples? They should be tossing out samples. Now here come the West Side Amite cheerleaders. West Side Middle School, right over there on 16 as you first come into town. Would some of that clear whiskey help you do those dance moves that they just did a few minutes ago?
It would, Tommy. That's about the only thing.
Yeah, I'd say that'd be the only way to get me doing it. Maybe if we get some of that clear whiskey, Kenny Miller will sing for us. Here comes, here comes a float with no markings on the side, so we're just going to show it to you.
Yeah, why don't you try to wing that one, Tommy?
Yeah. Okay. It's a Chevy 3500 HD. It's a 4x4. It's white. It's got kids in the back from REMS. Janelle Secre, candidate for family judge. She's in what ZZ Top has made famous as Cadzilla. Okay, that was Roseland Elementary Montessori School, the Spirit Team. Thank you, Kenny Miller. Not only is he our audio man, he's our spotter for today. We just saw Miss Secrease pass by. Now we see a whole bunch of her supporters. And if I'm a betting man, not all of these people are old enough to vote. Of course, if they're not old enough to vote, they're also not old enough to bet. Election time coming up. Would it be wrong to say that we're in Louisiana, so my vote is for sale?
That's right, Tommy.
Be wrong to say, but not incorrect, huh? And now here is Young Warriors for Christ, wearing the fluorescent green, yellow. Again, wondering if they require batteries, just like the fire truck from earlier. Do you remember riding in your first parade, Andrew?
Tommy, I don't know if I've ever ridden in a parade.
Really?
Trying to think. I don't know if I have.
It's got to be a big thing for the little kids.
Oh, yeah.
And we are moving steadily along right now. We had that little lag. I think they're trying to make up for it now.
That's right.
If you remember the Hammond Christmas Parade when it was so cold, they could have handed out speeding tickets. You don't have to worry about that here today. Here is Marcy's Dance Center. They are enrolling now. So we got already established we're going to get some clear whiskey and clear sour whiskey and have Andrew teach dance classes. Of course, Andrew would need a designated driver to go home.
This is true too, Tommy.
We'll sign up Kenny Miller to be his designated driver after the teaching classes. And now here's Marcy's Dance Center. And then yet again, here comes another big float pulled by, well, actually sitting on an 18-wheeler bed. The 18-wheeler bed is provided by Kent Reynolds of Fluker. And it's Gaines Wrecker Service of Roseland pulling it. This is the Covington Daycare Company.
All right, look at all the kids. They look like they're having a good old time up there, Tommy.
Yeah, Andrew, Covington is just past our coverage area, but when I say just past it, I mean spitting distance.
Literally just past it. Yeah, we go all the way up to the Chifuncta River right now.
Yeah, if you're in Madisonville, you can get us here on Channel 17. So if you live in Madisonville, you may see some of these kids you recognize. Again, Covington, Dance Company. I thought it said daycare. Again, my old eyes. Covington Dance Company. Getting down to the remake of Footloose. Yeah, you can tell by the twang, that's definitely the remake.
Well, that's an interesting looking little GMC Jimmy there, Tommy.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
Is that customized?
I would assume. I don't think they bought it factory like that.
I don't believe so.
That is, that's from A Neat Rental. So, hey, Andrew, if you want to see how interesting it is, you can rent it out, obviously.
There you go.
A Neat Rental. Again, I think that this one might be customized too here.
I believe so. Look, that's kind of interesting.
Yeah. Glad to see there aren't a lot of speed bumps in A Neat. That is John Deere, is what it says written on the side. It says Moline of Illinois.
Well, it's barely above the ground.
Yeah.
Doesn't look like anybody could fit in that thing.
I don't think he could go to a drive-through window if he wanted to.
Oh, he could, but he wouldn't be able to get his food.
You'd have to reach up.
Yeah.
I was scared to bend up. That shit was just flying. I was scared to lift myself.
Again, big thanks to our underwriters who made this one possible. Whole lot of people to make this one possible.
It's a pretty good sized parade, Tommy.
Sure is.
What we had last year, anyway.
Yeah. We have Thrifttown Health Mart Pharmacy, Jan Brumfield Allstate Insurance Company, La Carreta of A Meat, Bill Hood of A Meat, and Star Equipment make this one possible. Big thanks to them for underwriting this. Here is Jeff Cash. He is a family court judge candidate. We've seen, this is the third candidate we've seen represented in the parade. I would assume that's Mr. Cash at the back trying to get out some cups to throw to some of the potential voters. You know, Andrew, if you don't fill up on oysters, are you going to fill up on barbecue later on?
I'll probably fill up on both, Tommy, if we have time to get some oysters anyway.
Well, I'm allergic to seafood, so I'm just saving room for barbecue. And if I don't have room for barbecue, I'm always willing to add on.
There you go. There you go. If the food tastes anything like it smelled yesterday, we're in for a treat.
Yeah. Here is a truck that just has gold on the side, so we can't give them any credit. Hopefully they have something written on the back end. Of course they don't. Okay, well, here's the Amy Oyster Festival pageant contestant.
Baby pageant.
Nyla Solomon. And we'd like to thank the owner of the back of the truck that here, but we don't know his name. They told us at the beginning. And Leroy made this one possible. Here's Opportunities Transition Services. And here is they are also with Opportunities Transition Services. Tommy Hazelwood, Andrew Glasscock, Kenny Miller, and Leroy, who provided the truck, all making this one possible. Well, all bringing it to you, made possible by a bunch of fine people. Again, if you'd like to take part in our next parade, the Strawberry Festival Parade, contact Mr. Nick Macalusa. We will provide his information throughout our telecast today. Here is the North Tangi Support Group. Kind of like some of that classic funk. Can't recognize the song, but you know me, I love my classic funk.
Yes, you do, Tommy. You're going to start getting used to dance moves like we saw earlier.
That's what I'm thinking, huh? If somebody throw out gin samples, that would happen. Don't know much about the North Tangi Support Group, but there they are. Now this looks like rural Tangipahoa Parish right here.
Yes, it does. Look at the donkeys.
Uh-huh.
And a flat tire on the front, huh?
We saw a lag earlier. You think they'll stop and change this one? What do you think that's going to do for the gas mileage? Here we go, some more of them.
Yeah.
Now those are some unique horses.
Yes, they are.
I defer to the horse expert, Andrew Glasscock.
That's not me, Tommy.
Yeah. Well, anytime anyone makes a horse reference to me, it's always the other end.
Well, it looks like we're coming to an end here.
Yeah, speaking of ends, we ain't far away. We have a couple of Amite City's finest kind of clearing the path for us. So as they do that, we're going to remind everybody who made this one possible. Thrifttown Health Mart Pharmacy, Jan Brumfield's Allstate Insurance Company, La Coretta of Amite, Bill Hood of Amite, Star Equipment, Kenny Miller, and Junior, we can't remember his last name. Leroy Wilkinson made this, helped us out by providing the truck. I'm Tommy Hazelwood and Andrew Glasscock bringing you all the action. Andrew, looks like you caught a bunch of. Looks like you caught a bunch of candy and cups and things like that.
Well, I wouldn't say I did it for fun, Tommy. It's more of a defensive move than anything else.
Self-defense. Now, me up here, the one doing the work, I don't get anything. Although the Chamber of Commerce did give us a couple of donuts. So.
That's right. We want to thank them very much for having us and letting, letting us use this location today.
All right. Well, I guess it's time for us to sign off and head south. Thanks for tuning in to the 2014 Oyster Festival Parade here on Channel 17. Channel 17's coverage of the 2014 Amite Oyster Festival Parade is underwritten by Bill Hood Automotive of Amite, Allstate Insurance Brumfield Agency of Amite, La Coretta of Amite, Thrifttown Health Mart Pharmacy, and Star Equipment of Hammond.